Hey guys, Ryan Dement, True Podcast. I hope you are having a great day. It came out today and it's coming out hot. That is inflation, 5.4%. Stay tuned and see how that's affecting your bottom line. And oh, by the way, there's one thing that a lot of us buy on a daily or weekly basis. Let's call it weekly basis. That's up 22%. Stay tuned to find out. All right, guys, inflation came out at 5.4%. And everybody talks about how it translates. 5.4%. If you have $100, that's $5 extra you're paying. But it truly doesn't equate to that way. And the reason why is specific things that you buy are excluded from that inflation number. And they're the two biggest things that happen to be purchased by you, and that is fuel, gas, and food. Those are excluded from that number. They're in a number called CPI, Consumer Price Index. And that rose 0.4 versus a 0.3 estimate, which it's the largest jump in, I think they said 10 years or 12 years. I'm not going to sit here and play doomsday pray with you. I'm going to more talk to you about something that most people don't. Everyone's telling you hedge against inflation, which means you go buy commodities, you go buy stocks, you buy real estate, you buy treasury-backed bonds that are triggered by inflation, and they run against inflation. So your principal interest goes up, your principal balance goes up, and your interest payment goes up. But the downside of it is when deflation happens, it goes the opposite. I'm more talking about being prepared. There's craziness going on right now. People are panic buying again, like we're in this like the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm here to tell you, we're not needing to be crazy. It doesn't hurt to stock up on canned foods, bottled water, your necessities that you need to have in your house, because those things that you need to have in your house are going to have the biggest impact to your budget on a monthly basis when inflation's around, because you buy it the most frequently. So why not stock up on them now to where you have a surplus or a supply of them for down the road? And I'm not talking about going out and buying 500 rolls of toilet paper and 500 rolls of paper towels. That is just badass crazy. That's just stupid. We're going to get through this. Are there going to be some tough times? Sure. But at the end of the day, guys, it's really simple. To hedge inflation, you have to protect your money. So eliminating your debt, because debt's going to cost you more as inflation continues to go up. And then, by the way, you're losing money in your savings account because your savings is not going as far as it was before. Your dollar's being stretched even further than it was prior to inflation. So having those items on hand in stock today, canned foods, water, basic necessities, check the box, you're done. Don't panic buy. If you have the ability to pay off debt, pay it off. Get rid of it. It's going to cost you more in the long run if you don't. The third thing is, don't go and spend the unnecessary things that just because you want to buy them, like a brand new car or a used car. You're paying at the top of the market right now. The average new car price is $44,000 right now. $44,000. And the average used car price, $37,000. I don't know about you, but that's a crap ton of money. You got to save your money and stop spending it and putting it into things that make you money during inflation. If you can invest in commodities like gold and silver, awesome, great. You can do that. There's also real estate transactions where you can buy fractional purchases, to where you can do crowdfunding, to where you can spend, I think entry level is about $1,000. So depending on what their returns are, you could be making money there. But those type of investments, when you're crowdfunding, lock you up typically for 12 to 24 months. So it's an illiquid asset at that point. Just make sure it's making money. And the other piece of all this, guys, the only way this is going to be solved is the federal government or the Federal Reserve stops printing money and inserting it into the economy via purchasing assets or commodities, and it outweighs the number of dollars in circulation that we have today, which makes our money or our dollar be worth less. We got to stop printing money and start changing the way we handle things. And again, no bias to the side of left or right, but Washington, D.C. is totally effed up. And now we're talking about we're going to open up ports for 24 hours a day, and we're going to make sure no one misses Hanukkah or Christmas or any holiday in between. But there's 128 ships sitting off the coast of California that are costing 3 times what they were before, maybe even more. I read an article, and I want to validate it, but I'm going to share it. It used to cost $3,000 to ship a standard size shipping container from China to the United States. It's now almost $20,000 to do that. And then when those containers get offloaded and onto a truck, and that trucker has to take it, they were charging $1.89 a mile to move them from the actual shoreline or the port to a warehouse. Now they're charging $2.89, doubled up. And oh, by the way, there's a shortage of truck drivers. There's a shortage of shore workers. We're just short all over. And this is killing you and I in the pocketbook. So the only way you're able to fight this is get smart with your money. Make sure that you're not out buying things you don't need. Get rid of the debt that you have. If you can, pay it down, because it's going to cost you more in the long run as inflation goes up. And the third is find assets that will make you money. If you can get into crowdfunding for real estate, do it. If you can buy commodities, gold and silver, do it. If you can find a savings account or some type of account that invests in treasury-backed securities that will actually work with you during inflation, go for it. Do it. But don't sit on the sideline and let inflation eat your money away, because you're going to regret it. All right, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. I wanted to do short, brief on inflation. I'm passionate about it, if you can't tell. I hope you guys have a great day. Have those conversations. It's okay to disagree. It's life. It truly is. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I'll see you guys on the other side.